After an excruciating wait, 17 days underground, finally freedom for all 41 men trapped inside a collapsed tunnel in northern India. The joy and cheers from officials and rescuers hard to contain, as one by one the men came out, healthy and safe, greeted with hugs and sweets. We didn't focus on the lives depending on us and our progress, this rescue worker says. We just cut through all the twisted metal and rubble, and it was a success. The laborers were building a road tunnel deep in the Himalayas, an area prone to landslides when disaster struck more than 2 weeks ago. The only glimpse loved ones had of the trapped workers came days later. Grainy footage from a camera pushed down a pipe, the same way they were getting food, water, and oxygen to survive. Rescuers tried everything. For days, a large mechanical drill worked to reach the men, slamming into metal rods and debris, eventually stalling. Crews then tried to drill in vertically from the top of the mountain. Officials then had to resort to manual drilling and the expertise of so-called rat miners to break through the last few meters of rubble. Their technique unusual and dangerous, using only hand drills and pulleys. My hands have blisters from pulling the rope to get the men up through an 800-millimeter pipe, this rescuer says, but it was worth it. We were all cheering and hooting. For the father of 22-year-old Manjeet Chowdhury, the wait to see his trapped son again has been agonizing. Now he feels pure relief. I'm so very happy, the elder Chowdhury says. I'm 55. I've seen life, but my son is very young and has a long life ahead of him. I want him to fight every storm in his long life. The complicated rescue operation that captivated the country, a resounding success. The men are now under medical observation with their families close by.
And Salima, obviously officials are applauding, but there are a lot of lingering questions here about how this collapse could have happened in the first place.
That's right, Adrienne. Now, this project, this tunnel, was part of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's ambitious project to improve access to 4 Hindu pilgrimage sites. But there have been repeated warnings for environmentalists over the dangers of such aggressive construction in the fragile Himalayan region, where the soil is unsteady and ripe for disaster. A preliminary investigation into this collapse actually found that the tunnel was built through a geological fault, so the rock was already weak. And there were other issues as well. On top of that, there was no escape passage for emergencies like this one, which there should have been. Government guidelines mandate it. Now, there will be a safety audit over this tunnel and the more than 24 other tunnels under construction across India.
All right, Salima Shivji in Mumbai to report tonight.